Okay, well, this is where our trip started off. This is just south of Buffalo, on the 90, and we were in this for about the first hour and a half of our trip. Nasty stuff. It just never ended. Some spots it got a little better, but most areas it actually got worse than this. But we cruised right along. When you're from this area, you're used to driving in this stuff. But it just nasty and nasty. Not how I wanted to start off a trip from heading down to West Virginia. That's where we're headed. So from where I live, just above Niagara Falls, New York, down to West Virginia. That's pretty much where we. This is pretty much what we had to go through till we cross the PA line. Okay, this is. My wife has family in West Virginia. That's where we are going. We're actually going down there for a funeral. And once you turn off the main highway, this is their road. It's kind of like a private road that just wraps around and goes up into the mountains. It's pretty neat. It's actually a very, very narrow road. It doesn't look that narrow looking at it, but it's pretty neat. There's the church right there on the left. That's where the funeral was. It's a very small church, and it's pretty much just people from this community are the ones that all go to the church here. Everybody back in here, they know each other. This is like their own little valley in between a couple mountains. But my wife's family, they have a small farm. They have a bunch of cattle. They have goats, things like that. And there's a trailer park back here at the end of it. See, it got real narrow right there. But there's a trailer park at the end here, which they own. I think it's 9 or 10 mobile homes there. They own that, and then they have one that they live in actually. And there's a bunch of houses back here that's all their family as well, pretty much for the most part. But this is the. I wanted to record this for you guys, this road going in there. It was neat. I've only been down here once before. A few years back, my wife and I came down here and we spent a couple weeks here. But you're going to see, there's other clips in this video here you'll see in a few minutes from the hotel, the fire pit that's there. And then I wanted to try out my GoPro with the new GoPro in the swimming pool. It's the first time I've ever took the GoPro underwater. So you're going to see those clips coming up in a minute, and then you're going to see how my trip ended. Like I said, it was for a funeral, so it wasn't the best trip, but we got away. We got to spend some time with some family, so it was really good. We all needed to get some time away. But so here you go. Next, you should see the fire pit outside the hotel. Enjoy it, guys. Fire outside the hotel, and the hotel even has really nice Weber grills. Got fired up, only using this one. She's going. Went to the store and got some pork chops. Got some boneless pork chops, and I'm gonna grill them. We are still in West Virginia. It's about 40 degrees here, but at least the wind died down, so it's better than it was. Yep. I'm gonna go underwater. Okay, go. Go. What's up, guys? Well, as you can see, I'm driving around with the plow in the front of the truck. I just drove 6 hours back from West Virginia, and I've driven through a ton of snow on the way back, and I'm like, I hope there's not snow at my house. I've been talking to a buddy of mine, he's been giving me updates the whole 4 days I've been gone. You guys will see some other stuff about being in West Virginia. We in the hotel and the pool and stuff. I took the GoPro underwater with the GoPro stick. I wanted to try it out and see how it does. It did pretty good. I think it was cool. I haven't watched the video yet, but I'll check it out. It should be in the front half of this video. But anyway, so I didn't think we were going to get very much snow, and we get just about 10 miles from my house, and I noticed there's a bunch more snow, and I was like, great, this is wonderful. And I get to my house and there's like 3.5 inches on my trucks, which sucks because that's my contract, 3 inches. So that's my terms. Even contracts for the commercial ones, which I drove through Niagara Falls on the way to get to my house in Lewiston. I didn't see anything in Niagara Falls. There's barely anything there at all, so I don't think I'll have to go plow there. But everything down this way, Youngstown, Lewiston area, for those of you that know where I'm at, yeah, there's 3-4 inches down here, which means now I pulled in the driveway and, you know, got the wife and the kids in the house, and now I'm out plowing. So it looks like this is what I am going to be doing now, because as luck would have it, I don't get to take a break. I have to be out here plowing snow. So this is a new one that I haven't done before, but it's a new customer I picked up this summer as far as mowing goes, and I am mowing their driveway. I'm mowing their yard, and they want snow plowing as well. So it looks like I have got to take care of this one too, which I did not plan on doing. I didn't plan on doing any of this plowing because I didn't think we were going to get very much snow at all. I was definitely hoping that I wasn't going to get any of this snow at all, and it looks like I did anyway. So hopefully this will just be, it looks like it's stopped already. I don't freaking know. I guess we'll see what happens, but it looks like it's stopped already, and I don't think that I'm going to have very much to do. I think I'll probably get through this list one time, and that'll be it. It'll be good to go after that. Which would be good as far as I'm concerned, because I'm flipping tired and I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to plow snow. I don't want to do anything but go home and relax with my wife and my kids after that long drive. You know, it sure beats out of, I used to go to Florida twice a year, and obviously that is a much longer drive from New York, but either way, that being a much longer drive, 6 hours is still, you know, 6 hours of driving is still 6 hours of driving, and that'll tire you right out. And I'm ready to not be doing 6 hours of driving and then coming out plowing afterwards. So you guys are going to ride around with me for a little bit of snow plowing here. We're going to get the snow plowing taken care of, and then we are going to, well,
like I said, hopefully I'll hit everything one time and that'll be it. And I can go on my sweet merry way back to my house and not have to worry about anything, which would be great. That would be great. I'm talking in circles right now. That's because I'm tired as hell. And my plan was to get back from West Virginia, go home, relax, and then later this afternoon put the video together of all the short little clips that I made for you guys. And not really do much else, but as it turns out that that's not the case. So we're plowing snow. Alright, let's plow some snow.
At some point during the month of June.
Well, I forgot to turn the camera on, and I called a buddy of mine, and it turns out down toward the lake, parts I thought were going to be the worst, they barely have any snow down there at all. That's where he lives. He says, man, there ain't nothing down here. So I've only did a couple driveways, and I'm hitting this lot that you guys have seen me plow last year. What I will do this year, though, if we get any more snow, which I'm hoping we don't, but what I'm gonna do is oh, look at this nice sand filling the ends of my road, or ends of my parking lot. That's alright. I'm glad he's doing it now while I'm here so I can still clear it out. But anyway, what my plans to do this year is I'm going to, instead of just filming from the dash, I'm going to put my camera on my tripod and put it up in the corner of the lot and let you guys just watch me plow it from an angle. I've seen a lot of people make videos like that, and those are the ones I like to watch. So I figured out, what the hell, if I like to watch them, maybe other people do too. So that's what I am going to try to do for you guys. Any of you guys that have watched my update video, I know some of you are hanging on, still waiting for that video on what I'm going to be doing this year, what my big plans are that I'm changing around. I still have not made that video yet. You have my word. You have my word that I will get on that video and get it made for you guys. I just really need to talk to somebody before I make that video, just in case they see that video. And I know that sounds kind of strange, and I wish I could give you guys more, but you'll understand once I make the video. You'll understand what I'm talking about and why I have to do it that way. It's just the way it is. And but like I said, that video is definitely coming, and sooner rather than later. So I will get that video done, and I will get this one posted up. You'll see this one before that one, obviously. But I will get that one, I will get taken care of what I need to take care of, and then I'll get that video made. And then you guys will see that, and you'll know where I'm at this year. Some of you guys might think I'm making kind of a dumb move, and other guys will say, yeah, man, do it. You know, it's a good idea. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, even though I like hearing from you guys, and I like, you know, those of you that I watch your videos and I follow you, things like that. I like your guys' opinions, and I like hearing from you guys and stuff. But at the end of the day, just like it is for you guys, it is my business, and I'm going to do what I want. Whether you think it's a good idea or not, I'm going to make the decisions I need to make. But you also got to keep in mind that, you know, even though this is only my 4th year coming up in business for myself, I've been doing this for 17 years. I've ran other landscape companies for people. I have just been foremans on other landscape companies. I have I have just been employees at other landscape companies. So I've been in this industry for 17 years, and I know how it works. I know how I work. I know how things kind of go round and round, and you know, all this together combined with a ton of other stuff is what's helping me make my decision on what I'm doing with my business. So, you know, I'm not just taking the shot in the dark and I'm saying, oh, I'm going to try this out, see what the hell happens. I hope it works out. I've got a lot of experience going into my thought pattern and going into, you know, what I believe is going to actually turn out to be a great success for my company. And in the long run, I feel it's going to be much better than the way I'm doing it right now and have been doing it. So yeah, it is what it is. And you know, like I said, you know, even though I like your guys' support and I like hearing your comments and things like that, you know, at the end of the day, I'm hoping that none of you guys will be nasty on my video. And you know, you just got to keep in mind that, you know, I would never. I'm just telling you guys. I'm sharing my landscaping journey, I guess you could call it, with you guys and what I'm doing, and you know, I'm sharing with you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and you know, things like that. And I'm just putting out there what I do. And how I do it. I'm not telling you guys how to run your company or how to do things, and you know, at the same time, I don't ever expect you guys to do that to me either. Opinions are always welcome, but constructive criticism. I see a lot of drama going on YouTube, as everybody does, and you know, it's always going to happen. But at the same time, you know, it's on my page. I just ignore a lot of that stuff and let it all go. I don't want to be bothered with it, and I don't need to be bothered with it. It is what it is, and yeah. So that's pretty much the case. That's pretty much how it goes. I'm gonna keep making videos on the stuff I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and maybe it'll give some guys ideas and do things that way as well. And if, you know, if they don't want to do things my way, then of course nobody has to. It's just kind of putting it out there, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, we'll see where else this video goes. This may be the end. I may put a little more, who knows. We'll see what happens. Here you go guys. Well, this is one that I mow. I think you might have seen me plow this one last year. I can't remember. Anything's possible. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But you're gonna see it now. This is one of the ones that is dark. The house on the left, people live in it. It's like a second home. They have another home in Toronto. So it's like a second home for them. They're in this one here sometimes, and then the one over on the right has an older gentleman that lives there with his wife. They always go to Florida for the winter. But just about, I'm trying to think actually, just about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, the older gentleman passed away. So they're telling me that they want me to, this year, they want me to start mowing that one as well. I'm gonna take that one on or not. It's pretty big, that's for sure. It is definitely a big yard, big property. It wouldn't be a bad thing for me to take on just because of the size of it. But at the same time, it's well, you'll see. Again, this takes me back to the changes I'm making with my business. Man, you guys should be able to figure this out by now. You guys should be able to know exactly what I'm doing by now. But yeah, so it definitely is maybe a little much. So we'll see what happens, but I don't know. Anything's possible, I guess. We'll see what happens, and new year, new things, I guess you could say. We'll just take it a little bit at a time. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll take this one on. Maybe I won't. If the price is right, and you know, it's like anything else. If the price is right, and I can make it worth my time to put this one in a place of where I would have, say, 2 or 3 other ones, just because of the amount of time it would take to do it and to do it right. Then maybe, you know, maybe it might be worth it, and I would just take this one on instead. Instead of, like I said, maybe 2 or 3 other ones that would be in its place, just because, you know, it's a big property. At the end of the year this year, we did a fall cleanup over there, and it was pretty bad. There was a lot. So I know the size of the property. I've been mowing this one here. I've been mowing it for a couple years, so I know, you know, I know the size of that property next door. I know how big it is. I know what it would take to do it, so on and so forth. So, you know, that all makes a big difference. I know it's but I also know what kind of leaves it drops in the fall, and as far as I know what I'd have to do to maintain those leaves, you know, because the good thing about it is being over here, they don't care. There's a bunch of woods all around here, and they could really care less if I dump all the leaves in the woods. So anytime I run baggers over here, you know, it works out pretty nice, because I can just, you know, keep bagging up all the leaves, and then I just take them over to the side and dump them in the woods. I don't have to haul anything away, which, you know, as you guys know, that makes a big difference. That plays a big role. If I don't have to haul anything away, then, you know, that changes the price for sure, because hauling leaves away, you know, you got to have somewhere to dump them, which I have friends that, you know, have landscape companies as well, but they also have a lot of property, and they have their own dump areas, and they let me dump there. But at the same time, you know, I got to rely on that, and it's not always something that I want to do, is rely on being able to dump at somebody else's place when I don't have my own place, you know. And I don't, at the same time, I don't just expect them to let me dump there for free, which, you know, they tell me all the time, dump whatever you want in here, we don't care, and this and that. But, you know, to me, it makes me feel like I'm taking advantage of them, which in the long run, I'm really not, I guess you could say, just because I send them a lot of work. They get a lot of work from me. So it really, I guess it kind of works out. They get a lot of work from me, and so they're still making money, you know, even though they're letting me dump stuff on their property. They allowing me to dump stuff on their property. I'm sending them work, they're making money. So I guess it's, you know, I can't really look at it as, you know, I'm taking advantage of them, because they oh, sorry guys, I'm trying to mark off some properties here. It looks like I have one of them on my list twice. Yeah, so anyway, that's the deal with that. I'm talking in damn circles again. I don't know, I'm just I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. I need to go home. I need to relax. I need to go home. I need to relax. I need to not be out plowing snow right now. Like I told you guys before, you know, some people say, oh, you know, plow that snow, you got to make that money. But at the same time, I've mentioned to you guys in other videos of mine that, you know, plowing snow for me is just play money. It's just extra money. You know, I do what a lot of guys do. I try to have my winter fund packed away by Labor Day, so then anything I make after that is a bonus. That winter fund gets me through the winter. And what I try to do, for any of you guys that don't do that yet, to try to give you an idea, is I know roughly what my bills are month by month. I pretty much, you know, I say roughly because things can change. You could have a colder winter where your heating bill goes higher, you know, things like that. So I know for the most part what my bills are for each month. And so what I do is I figure out how many months I think I'm going to be off from doing actual lawn care, depending on the year, and so I know how much I need each month for my bills. And then what I do is I double that amount. So, you know, we'll just say for the hell of it, say my bills for the entire winter is $1,000. I wish that'd be great, but I'm just using this for numbers. So what I would want to do is by Labor Day, I'd want to have $2,000 in that account. That way I'm good to go for the whole winter, but on top of that, I have that extra cushion just in case anything pops up. So that's what I do. So then, you know, that's by Labor Day. So that's what, first weekend of September, second week. Well, you know, usually mow until at least the end of October in my area. And, you know, this year I did fall cleanups all the way up till Christmas Eve. So, you know, all that was all bonus extra money. So plowing snow, I don't count that as part of my income. And the main reason I don't is because you never know what's going to happen. You never know. Look at, for instance, this is the warmest winter we've ever had on record in my area. It's never been this warm. I think the second week of December we had 70-degree days. That's insane. I'm 37 years old. I've never heard of or seen that in my life. So you never know what's going to do. So to rely on snow plowing as part of your yearly income, I mean, that's crazy. Unless you're a real big business and you have a lot of contracts for big parking lots and things like that that pay you out monthly, you know, whether it snows or not, which I have a few of those. You know, if you have those and then you can guarantee that money every month throughout the winter, then yeah, I guess it'd be smart to consider that part of your income. But at the same time, there's a downfall to that, because, you know, it could come down to just before winter and a business could sell, or a business can go out of business, and, you know, all of a sudden you don't have that contract this year you've had for 15 years and you think it's going to be there and it's not. So now that changes. So now you're scrambling around to find another one to put in its place, or you're just not having it, and now that's less income. But anyway, you know, I'm just a small business, so you know, I don't rely on that as part of my income. So anything I make from plowing is just extra money. So I really don't care if it snows or not. I'd rather it didn't. I'm about burnt out on snow plowing after all the years I've been doing it. I really don't want to do it anymore. So it is what it is, and I'm just trying to get through this winter, and I think next year, I think I'm going to keep a set of apartment complex. It's a big payout every month, and I said last year I'm dumping off a lot of my residential driveways, which I did. I literally cut my list in almost half, and I dumped off so many, and I've had a ton of calls this year for people asking me if I snow plow too, and I told them, nope, my list is full, but you know, this is who I recommend. And you know, that falls back to, like I was saying before, I gave them the phone numbers of those other companies that I send work to. You know, so I gave it to them to help them out, but I just am not taking anymore just because I don't want to do it, and I don't need to do it. So like I said, I'm probably going to keep the apartments next year. One account I'll have to worry about. It's not that bad. You guys have seen them in my videos before. It's a big payout. I've upped my price a couple times on them, and they have no problem paying it. I'll keep it the same next year. I won't up it again. I'm comfortable with where it's at, but they love the way I handle it. They never have to call me. I'm always there. If I've ever had a time where a truck breaks down or something, I can't get there, I have guys on backup that know the lots. I've had them plow them before, even when I didn't need them to plow them, just so I could go with them and I could show them exactly how I wanted it, where I wanted it, you know, the snow, things like that. So I have backups if anything happens, so I'm not worried about that. And they know that. They know that I do that. So if they see a different truck there other than mine. So it's one account, it's a big payout, and I think I'm just going to hang on to that, and I'm not worried at all about them getting rid of me. That's pretty much the deal with snow plowing right now. I've had a lot of people ask me in my videos, how do you price out plowing? There's so many things that come into play, and I really don't have a formula. I've been doing it so long, I can just look at a driveway and I know, you know, I know roughly how long it's going to take me, and I know what I got to do. The only things that change price that make a difference on it is one, if oh, there goes a cop whipping around, he's going to get somebody. What makes a big difference is, one, if they want to mandate where I put the snow versus what's the easiest for me, that will definitely change the price. Another thing that changes the price is if they are already a current lawn service customer of mine, I'll usually give them a deal just because they are a customer of mine. If they're just like, you know, I just need a plow, you know, don't worry about making me the first on your list. Get here when you can. Just, you know, if it gets over 3-4 inches, just, you know, try to keep it clear. I'm not saying when you have to be here, but this is what time I leave for work. This is what time I usually get home. As long as I can get in and out of my driveway, I don't care. You know, I'll give them a good price just because it makes things a lot easier on me. So all that stuff makes a big difference. All that comes into play. But that's so that's the case with that. That's pretty much how I do my snow plowing. Like I said, I look at a driveway and I just know. I know how long it'll take me. And so, like I said, I really don't have a formula. That's just what it is. But for those of you that have asked me what's my formula, that's it, if there is one, I guess. But yeah, and you know, any of you guys are new to snow plowing, you will learn real quick. When you're plowing any place, whether it's a parking lot, a driveway, I don't care what it is, you're plowing any place, it's there's going to be real easy places to stack snow, and then there's going to be places that they want the snow that is a pain in the butt, and you'll learn that real quick. So that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to whether it's easy for you or not. If they want you to stick a snow in a back corner or somewhere, and you're like, how in the heck am I going to get snow over there? Or, you know, I'm going to have to push it up this way, then push it over that way, and then get behind it and push it the other way just to get it over to where they want it. That's going to slow you down. That's going to take a lot of time. You're constantly cranking back and forth, you know, turning in different directions. You got to remember, you got the weight of a plow. You know, you got hundreds of pounds hanging off the front of your truck. And when you're cranking back and forth, You know, it's not like turning when you don't have the weight of the plow on there. You know, you're turning with the weight of the plow on there, which is putting a lot more wear and tear on your front end parts, tie rod ends, ball joints, sway bar links, sway bar bushing, things like that. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about when they want you to put it in a bunch of different spots and it's tight and you got to finagle all different ways to do it. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. So it's definitely one thing to take into account. You know, it's going to change things. So that's my suggestion to the new guys. Definitely be mindful of that if they want to get picky on where you put the snow. I tell them right off the bat when I look at a driveway, I tell them I can look at the driveway and I say that's where I'm going to put the snow, right there. And if they say whatever you want to do, you know, then that's win-win for me. But you know, if they, you know, don't let me do it that way, then, you know, that makes a huge difference. You know, if they say, no, I don't want the snow over there, or this or that, then, you know, all that changes things. You know, I don't know how else to put it, but that changes things. That makes a big difference, and, you know, I need to know that I can put snow where I need to put snow. Like this one here, you guys will see this driveway. This is a wraparound driveway. This is a new customer that I took on. This is my first year mowing it, and she is awesome. They don't really live here either. Most of the year, they're not here at all. She's here sometimes. Her husband's not here that much. And she is so cool. So cool. She lets me do whatever I want, whenever I want. She knows I'm going to be here. She knows I'm reliable. She knows I'm going to do the job. I don't ever hear nothing from her. And she's never late paying. I never have to frickin' send her a bill twice because she didn't pay it. Nothing like that. She's just great. And it was the same thing when I gave her the price on snow plowing. She wanted snow plowing, and I said, okay, well, this is where I'm going to put your snow. This is how I'm going to plow the driveway. Now, she could have got real picky with this wraparound driveway and could have made it a nightmare for me. And, you know, I just pretty much told her, I'm like, listen, this is how I want to do it. This is going to be what's easiest for me. And her exact words to me were, you're the one that does it. You know what's best. And that right there, you know, besides the fact that she's one of my current mowing customers, that right there got her a really good deal for snow plowing. You know, I'm not gonna, it made it nice and easy for me to just come in and be able to do what I want to do.